We are following breaking news at this hour involving the Emory University shooting suspect. This is a live look right here at downtown Atlanta. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation has now identified the suspect who was killed on Friday near Emory University, and the CDC as 30-year-old Patrick Joseph White of Kennesaw. Now, they did not release a photo of this individual, but we did want to share the very latest with you as we continue to follow the breaking news developments. This, as DeKalb County police officer David Rose was identified as the officer who was shot and killed during the active shooter incident at a CVS near Emory University. The suspected shooter was previously only identified as a white male. He was found dead with gunshot injuries. It is unclear if they were self-inflicted or caused by police. No civilians were shot in this incident. There were 92 children at a daycare on the CDC campus. Those children were unharmed. 4 people were hospitalized, though, for stress and anxiety symptoms. So we did want to share the very latest as we continue to follow the breaking news developments right here on Live Now from Fox. And with more on this, we do want to turn to our Fox 5 Atlanta partners as they continue our coverage.
The DeKalb County Police Department grieving the loss of one of their own. 33-year-old officer David Rose shot and killed yesterday during a gun battle with an active shooter. This all happened inside a CVS across from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's main campus near Emory University. That shooting prompted lockdowns at the facilities and nearby buildings. We're told Officer Rose started working with the DeKalb County Police Department last September and served the North Central District. He leaves behind a wife and 2 children with a 3rd child on the way. Officials say he was committed to serving his community.
This officer responded to the call as he was trained to do. And during that incident, he received gunfire and he lost his life in this incident. He was committed to serving the community. At this time, we're asking for the community's prayers.
A very heavy moment for the entire law enforcement community here and beyond as investigators continue to look into this shooting. Authorities say the shooter fired at multiple windows on various floors of the CDC building during that incident. And Good Day Atlanta's Brittany Edney is live outside the CDC headquarters to explain how this all unfolded. And Brittany, I can still see that police tape there behind you.
But they don't know at this time if that was self. Yeah, that's right, Lindsay. And not only have we seen, certain areas blocked off near the CVS and outside of the CDC this morning, but we really just have to kind of go back and just really recognize how scary of a situation that this was, not only for residents, shoppers here, and also, parents of dozens of young kids who were at a nearby daycare, rather. And of course, this shooting did claim the life of a young DeKalb County police officer.
A bombardment of gunfire near the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and Emory University Friday afternoon.
This was an active shooter incident. The shooter is now deceased.
Multiple agencies responded and found the shooter on the 2nd floor of the CVS building off Clifton Road.
Officers moved quickly to attempt to find the shooter and to neutralize the threat to the community. We later found the shooter on the 2nd floor of the CVS. He had been struck by gunfire. We do not know at this time whether that was from officers or if it was self-inflicted.
A Fox 5 source told us the shooter was armed with a long gun, and authorities recovered 3 other guns at the scene. 33-year-old DeKalb County police officer David Rose was shot and later died at an area hospital. We spoke with a parent whose daughter lives in Emory Point and called her frantically about the gunshots.
Fear. But, we told her just to stay away from the windows and to, be safe, don't open the door for anyone, and I'll be there soon.
The CDC, Emory University, and other facilities were on lockdown. 92 children from a CDC campus daycare were safely evacuated and reunited with parents. Many are wondering, why did this happen?
Right now, it's so preliminary. He is a known person that may have some interest in certain things that I can't reiterate right now with any confidence.
Four other people were taken to a nearby hospital to be treated for anxiety and stress, but they weren't physically injured. Of course, very few details are being released as far as the shooter. They have not yet revealed his identity nor any possible motive, but the GBI is investigating. Reporting live, Brittany Edney for Good Day Atlanta.
Still so much to uncover in this case, Brittany. Thank you for the latest there. And in the middle of this violence and chaos, dozens of children were left at the Clifton School Daycare, which is just located steps away from the CDC. After an hours-long lockdown, those children were finally able to be reunited with their parents. And Fox 5 was there to capture those emotional moments.
It's been a long day.
Long day.
Yeah, long day. Hold on.
You have him
Next
in
time.
your arms. How do you feel?
Happy, tired. Thankful everything worked out the way it should. Everybody did a really good job. Everybody's handled it really well. And just thankful. Lucky. I know I'm lucky. Things don't always play out like this. And I understand that, but thankful. I'm glad to have him in my arms, ready to get him home, fed, and into bed. It's been a long day for everybody.
You can imagine those emotional moments for those families. Fox 5 also spoke with a woman who was inside her apartment when she heard the gunfire, and she says shots rang out for more than 5 minutes.
I thought it was like fireworks or like construction. It was like an hour and a half ago. I also saw people like getting escorted out of the CVS. I don't know if it's like hit me. I got a call from my dad and he was like, stay away from the windows, hide in the bathroom.
Police say the suspect was found on the second floor of that CVS. Many living there say they never knew there was a second floor. They believe it might have only been accessible to employees. And Georgia leaders are reacting to this shooting. Governor Brian Kemp released a statement saying, in part, twice this week, deranged criminals have targeted innocent Georgians, and each time brave first responders rushed toward the danger to subdue the shooter and save lives, reminding us of just how crucial they are. Marty, the girls, and I are thankful for all those who answer the call to serve and who protect their fellow Georgians. We ask that you join us in holding them in our prayers, along with those harmed this evening near the CDC Center. And similar sentiments from Georgia Senator John Ossoff, who said in part, quote, tonight's shooting at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and near Emory University has shaken our community. Alicia and I send our prayers to the family of the officer killed in this attack and the entire CDC and Emory communities in light of this terrible act.
And we do want to thank our Fox 5 Atlanta team for that coverage. As you can see, a social media post is sent by DeKalb County Police Department saying, we extend our deepest condolences to Officer Rose's family, friends, fellow DeKalb County officers, and law enforcement community during this most difficult time. And we continue to follow that breaking news as the Georgia Bureau of Investigations sharing the identity of the man who was shot and killed there on campus. And we did want to share that social media post with you from our Fox 5 Atlanta team as we continue our coverage right here, as there is that update. And this is it right here. Our Fox 5 Atlanta team saying the Georgia Bureau of Investigation has identified a man who was killed on Friday near Emory University and the CDC as 30-year-old Patrick Joseph White of Kennesaw.